to put a sky in, basically that's the sky. But unfortunately on the day, typically when you go out with your camera, you get skies like that. So you still have to take the picture because the chances of going again are very remote. And hopefully you can sort out a sky when you get home. And this one is quite a complicated skyline, as you can see all along here. Especially church steeples. I don't know if I can try and zoom in so we can see how the detail. Yes, I can. Maybe zoom in a bit more. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can see the fine detail around items like this. The hardest ones are trees, and it's not done too bad a job. It could be better, but as you can see, the skyline, it's gone round most of the trees and buildings quite well. So, how do we do it? Let's try and bring it back. Yes, cool, the buttons work. So, this is what we've got to start with. And basically, if you choose the layer of the original, and take magic quick selection tool and select plus at the top. So we grab it from a rough area here, try and do it as quickly as possible, just to do a rough estimate of the lot. As you see, it's quite a large picture this, so it's take a while to work that out. It's a very rough outline, and so when you take that outline and it does its thing, you go up to the top and you've got plus and minus. So at the moment we've gone over, and so we'll try and bring back some lines. I won't bother with that horizon, but the tower, the church tower steeple, if you take minus and just push it up, it'll do a quick one on that. This little dome here needs coming in, so we'll push that one up. It's best to do a little bit at a time, and on the camera it needs sorting out there as best you can. It doesn't have to be spot on because we can work that out. Now there's a building here, so we'll just pull that in, and any other thing that we can pull in. We need this horizon, so we'll bring that lot in, and we can probably do that at the same time. So right, that's a very quick outline. Now to get the real refinements, we use a tool in CS5 called Refined Edge. Click on Refined Edge at the top. There's lots of options in Refined Edge. Let's see, it's done a straightforward mask. You can have different choices. I mean, I've chosen black and white here, but there's marching ants, there's overlays, there's white and various selections, but I want for this demonstration I've selected the black. We don't have these clicked to start with, that's only after. The first thing we do to get a little bit more detail is use Smart Radius. A Smart Radius, if you bring it up and look at the horizon to about 60, you'll see that it has gradually brought in a little bit more detail along there and along here. Now you can use other things like feather, but all it does is make it very blurred, so we won't use that. And smooth is very similar, so we don't use those. You can bring a little bit of contrast in, because anything with a very strong contrast it'll match too. And decontaminate colours, so right, now the contrast has actually taken a lot of detail out, so I'll bring that back, I think. Yes, because there's a lot more detail without using that, so we won't use that. This thing is shift edge, so the edge line is best to get best fit, so you go up and it'll actually move the whole thing up one way or the other. So you try and get the best possible, and I think it looks about there. Okay, so we've got a rough or a better outline. Now, refined edges, the magic tool that we use is this little brush here. Okay, so we click on the brush and you get this little cross thing. And basically, see the church tower there? There's a nice point on the top, and you can see it go white. And what it does is actually bring out the detail as best it can, and so we've more or less got a point on the top. Next to it's a little tower, so we'll just go up there and it should find the top of that tower, which it has. Nice sharp point, and there's some little crosses on the end that we get fine. Now the hardest one is trees, and as I go over it, you'll see it does a white just on the edges, and then let go, and it works it all out for us, and gradually go over the line, doing all similar things. Might be a point at the top of that. There's another bush. Just try and bring out fine detail. Not sure if you can see this, perhaps I ought to zoom in a bit more. Yeah, we can zoom in. So, the top of this tower here, and we've got a nice point on the edge of that. It's a bit of a building here. Gradually just go around the edges and get a bit finer detail. Top of that building there. and you see even the little pipes and what have you on the building come up. Now there's a nice point on the top of the dome, so I'll just go up and see if you can hopefully see that. It's gone white, I'll let go, and it's brought the point right on the end. So if we just gently go over the edges like so, it just works out extra detail that we need. Like so. And just generally go along the skyline. Top of the tree. Which is not too bad actually, but this will bring it out if there's extra detail. Right, these tower things here. Yeah. Okay, it's not too bad now. So, what we do is try and come out. And when we're happy with the line, click on OK. And what we see is a new layer with the mask. And if we click on the sky, we can put it in and put it out, and you can see the difference. To see the difference better, we'll just try and zoom in to see a bit more detail to what we've actually achieved. And oops, a bit too far. Let's come back a bit. Now you can see the top of the spire there. I mean, there's quite a nice point on the top up there, and even the little crosses on the end. It's gone all around it with that little spire in the distance, and it's cut round everything, even the trees. And as I say, the trees are the hardest, but you can see the sky through the branches, which is pretty good as best you're going to get at it. And we'll bring it round to try and see the top of the dome, because there's like a little point on the top of the dome as well, if I can get it round, but it's not that easy. Yes, so I hope that helps, Richard, and anybody that hasn't done skies with refined edges.